But if sun sets, I've played a little bit of this game, kind of just testing things out and what have you. So I know where some things are and how to craft some smaller things. I haven't built anything massive or crazy. Um, the one thing that I will do is, why is that loud? So hopefully that was just a picture recording there. So we've got this ferry. About the Kraken. There's a curse. Oh no. How do I break the curse? And sure I'll. Alright, so she starts working with us. There we go. Alright. Pick up the note. There's a pistol on the ground. This container. Now right now what we want to do, the very first thing, is complete as much of the tutorial as we can. So you'll see over on the right hand side, or the left hand side there, there is our tutorial. And it's basically saying, hey, we need to go do all this stuff, right? It wants us to pick up sticks. Do is just run around. We gotta get some fibers, so there's a plant right over here. What it wants us to do is make some basic tools really fast. Any survival game, what we want to do, and we need some more stone, is, especially when you first land, get somewhere in a survival game, you want to pick up as much stuff as you can. So right now it is 10:09 a.m. You can see that skull up there, top left. That's actually counting down to when the first horde night is. So what I'm trying to do is gather enough material get the coconut right off the gate. We want to chop down every tree. We want to collect all the plants. We should be able to make a... don't have enough stone yet. We need one more. There we go. We want to make a stone pickaxe. Consume that for the quest. And then we're going to put that way over here real quick, and then we're going to make our way all the way around until we get to right over there where you see that little wooden fence. And we want to get as much done before night. We need as much material as we can so that we can make start working on the base before the first night. I know I'm making this sound like this is this huge thing that, you know, it's like, oh, you gotta hurry. But once we get past the first night, we're pretty set. because that will level us pretty good on the first night. That's not what I wanted. And what I'm trying to get here at the same time as chopping down these trees, not only am I trying to get the coconut, an inexpensive way to get food, but we want palm seeds. The more seeds we can collect, the easier it is to plant more trees, to get more wood, because you're going to need a ton of wood, especially early on, because it counts as a fuel source, plus a lot of our crafting. Now, I have not figured out why, for the life of me, my graphics makes everything look so muted. And I've put this thing all the way up on Ultra, and it's still the same way. So I don't know if it's me, or if it's something to do with the game, and I just haven't figured it out. So, anybody way smarter than me, can leave me a comment down below on how I can fix that. I would be greatly appreciative. Pine cones, also a good resource, as well as a way to make more trees. Okay, plenty of palm. Now, apparently, when this first came out, what was happening is every night the zombies came out, they were getting progressively harder. And so people were, using a valuable resource that you get in this game. A lot of people call them the Cthulhu stones. But they were using them up to this altar. I'll show you here in just a second. Making sure I pick up all my stuff here. This altar back here. If you take those Thugu stones, whatever you want to call them. If you took those and you make the bigger version of them and then you give them to the altar, it takes 3, it pacifies the night. And you can do that over and over and over again to where your nights are safe. What we don't want, though, is we don't really want to waste those. And the developers actually changed it to where now the monsters scale with us. So if they don't give us enough XP to level up, they stay at a lower level. And what I've noticed in my testing of the game, to like figure out where things were and how stuff operated, is they always stay one level ahead of us. So if you're level 1, they are level 2. So it's always good information to know. But yeah, leveled up just by gathering a bunch of stuff. Come on. One of the really cool things that I found out is if you are sprinting and jumping, you actually use way less stamina. And it actually allows you to go a lot further, a lot longer. And you can get away from stuff a lot easier. So just bear that in mind when you're out doing your own stuff. Plus, it helps to level up stamina a lot. Alright, we got one more mine to get here. We're almost ready to go inside. start doing. Oh. Okay, never mind. Saving my screen. Okay. We'll leave these trees on this side alone. Because every time I try to grab these, a lot of their materials end up in the water, and I really don't want to swim yet. So, there's that. Okay, so it wants us to craft a weapon. Craft a weapon to hunt with. Press the tab, and it wants us to make a wooden spear. We're also going to build a campfire, because I know that we're going to need that here in a minute. So put the spear here. And as soon as the campfire is done, we're going to use that book. Bam, just like that. Those pants are better. Anytime you have better armor, or you get armor that you don't really need, go ahead and just break it down. Gate, there we go. Now it wants us to hunt down one of the crabs. Those crabs are the little dudes that we were seeing all along the beach. Like this. Now, I'm thinking for the 100 night challenge, or 100 day challenge, so we got to get to day 101. I think we're going melee. I was thinking about doing ranged, because that's what I'm doing with my testing. But a lot more often than not, at least as far as I've gotten into the game, is melee seems to be the better option. You just dodge roll, get close, smack them. Spears happen to be probably the best that you can. Alright, so we've already crafted that, so we just need to place it. I'm going to place it right here in front of the door. And this probably makes the easiest, most efficient fuel you can get early on in the game. Now, this food can burn, so don't put stuff in the... unless you put the exact fuel you're going to need to just cook it, do not put... or don't leave stuff in your fire. Alright, let's get this organized a little bit here. Hold on to those berries, those become important much later on. Alright, pull that back out. Alright, so create a base for the night. Craft a hammer and begin construction. So this is where the crafting comes in. Alright, so you right click here. And let's just for giggles, we'll look at, there's hardwood, here's stone. So we can make us a stone base. Let's go by a 2x2. Ah, there we go. Floor. That's what I want. Whoop. Is that stone floor? Yeah, says it is. Okay. So we're gonna plop 1, 2, 3, 4. Have it just elevated a little bit because I want to have some stairs. A 2x2 here. Then we need stone walls. Let's do the door frame first. And then we're going to do just blank stone walls here. And then we need ceilings. And we want a 2x2 stone ceiling. Let's see here. I want to rotate that. Rotate you. Let's do this. Retrieve. That was not at all what I wanted to do. First of all, I didn't even know that was possible to do. So I just learned something completely new. So if you build a base and you want to move it... Oh, well. Okay. So now it wants us to craft traps, so we need a trap hammer. And then we've already got 2 traps that it gives us, and it wants us to craft a 3rd. Alright, so we're going to put the trap hammer down here. Now, starting out, these traps will hurt us, too. So, I'm going to put 1 trap on that side. We're going to go to the trap hammer. I'm going to put... we can actually build up the upgraded one, too. I'm going to put 1 trap there. And then I'm going to go cancel. And we're going to grab this. And at the end of the night, we're going to put that right there. But for now, just so it's out of the way, we don't harm ourselves. It's going right there. We can always move it. Alright, let's go here. Consume some food. Alright. Now it wants us to build a workbench. And again, we've got plenty of materials for that. This is why you want to grab everything you can. I'm also going to go ahead and create 10 planks so we can make 1 wooden chest. Okay. First, I'm going to set this down. I think the hammer goes this way. That's gonna just go right up against our building like that. And then we go back into here and we're gonna say craft wooden chest. Craft armor using cloth at the workbench. Now we've got 6. So we don't really have enough to make any armor. So what we're going to do is we're going to use up, where's cloth? We're going to use up fiber, and we're going to craft a total of 40 cloth doing that. While that's doing its thing, I'm going to take this chest and we're going to plunk it right here next to the stairs. Now, anything you throw in this chest right now will not work for crafting. So, I'm only going to throw things in there that either we cannot use yet or we don't want to accidentally use. That's fuel, we'll hold on to that. Feathers, actually we'll do the feathers, that's crafting. No, we're not using those. We got plenty of trees that we can grow now. And the other thing too, all of the, let's see, craft a cooking pot because that's important. We're gonna craft a helm. We're gonna craft a better chest piece, gloves, and boots. I just put the leaves up so we can't make a door, but we don't really need the door, so there's nothing to worry about there. Helmet goes over there. Hide the helmet. first video, just because we're trying to get stuff done, is probably going to be like a 40-minute video, and I apologize about that. Okay, so we did all that. So now it wants us to learn a skill. So we go to, let's go to stats first. So like I said, health and attack is really important early on. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up to 7. That gives us 109 health. We're going to get 4 more points into attack. This is going to be, this and this are going to be the 2 that we work on the most. We might work on one-handed swords and two-handed swords, but from my testing, spears are really good at long-range poking, whereas polearms are really good about doing giant chops and stuff like that. But as you can see, there are a lot of weapons that you can get in here. Stamina, again, super easy to get. All you got to do is run around. Swimming, same thing. All you got to do is swim if you want, jump. So these 2 we can level at the same time. And I haven't learned how to make javelins yet, or flails, or any of these in my test thing. First things first, though, we have 4 points. We're actually going to go down until we get to safety check. This is crucial to get that as soon as possible, because this makes it to where our traps don't hurt us. So now what it wants us to do is hunt a boar. Consume. And what you want to do in order for this to keep going is you want to keep these above half. So I'm just going to eat a couple more of these real quick. And now I'm going to drink some of our purified water. And again, because we don't need this, we are going to place a symbol. There we go. And we are going to place this, because this is way better. Well, that's fine. That's wrong. Here. I want to destroy. And the cooking pot can stay right where it is for now. We'll move it eventually, but... Alright, so now it wants us to hunt a boar, and it is halfway to nighttime. Now, on the way to the boar, we can chop down these. These give bananas. Another source of food. One trick to always learn about these games is always be trying to craft or gather up resources. Okay, there's some leather, which is what we want. More berries. We need tons of berries. Right, there's the board that it wants us to take down. This is your first real look at combat. It's not a stamina, so I couldn't really block. There we go. Boar's down. Collect all his stuff. Now these empty bottles that we've been getting, you can come right over here to these little ponds and you can collect water. And that's very important because we can go back to base and we can now boil water, which was our next tutorial anyway. This guy talks about being careful because we're near boar territory. We get fisherman's gloves, because that's also a very important thing. Fishing in this game can actually lead to some really, really good food buffs from what I've been able to figure out. Okay. More berries. Now, it wants us to take the contaminated water back to base camp. That's what we're going to do. trying to just use up the last little bit of our axe here. We're gonna have to make another one here shortly. Oh, there it is. So this one's damaged. So I'm gonna say disassemble. We'll get some of the materials back because it was damaged. We can craft another one. And there we go. Now back to base camp we go. And like I said, you want to sprint jump. That's going to give us 2 different stat increases. Stamina. Because once we level up and get the ability to not take damage from our traps, there is a couple points that we need to put into stamina in order to help. Alright, so we take the grody water that we have here, right? And we are going to cook all of that. Now, the reason why I'm going with this cooking pot instead of the normal campfire that it says to do is because right there you saw I was able to put all 5 of these in there and cook them at the same time. The other one I have to do them individually and then I can collect them. This one allows me to do it all at the same time. Now, here's why I was saying those berries are important. We're going to put the purified water there. We're going to put berries in there. I'm going to hit cook again. I have 1 purified water left. And we have 6 bottles that we need to refill. Sorry, 2 pure. 1 purified water. And 6 empty bottles. And we get fruit juice. Gives us 2 sated and gives us 5 thirst. So it actually gives us food and water. This is the earliest thing you can craft that will do this, right? Now, one cool thing you can do with the chests, it's not really told to you or explained, but you can hit Z and anything that's in your main inventory will automatically go into here. And so we've already got more berries there. And if I remember correctly, I could do berries, meat, and a purified water, and that makes a different type of food. So I go berries, meat, water, cook. Nope. I mean, it did. It made mystery food, which only gives us sated, so we'll go ahead and eat that just to get rid of it. And now we have all 7 bottles that need to be refilled. Oh, dang it. It wants us to do it with the campfire. Alright. We'll have to build another campfire and go get more contaminated water. Hold on 1 second. I thought I was being clever. And it's almost time for the first night. Now, I will tell you guys, I am not much of an editor. So the videos might look a little funky when it comes to editing and whatnot. But for the most part, each video will be 1 day. So if we can survive exactly 100 days, then there will be 100 videos for this. Until I can learn how to do some real editing, in which case there will be a lot less videos, and it will be one singular video that's, 40 minutes long or so. So is it just me, or does it look like there's something just like hanging out there? Oh, ow. I just walked into my own trap. And now we're bleeding for 2 minutes. So that's a good way to lead into using our bandage. And you can make more of those bandages. You can also find more of those bandages. Okay, so we need to quickly build another campfire so I can do the tutorial for boiling water. I'd hope to be able to just skip this stuff entirely, but... So you put that down. Then it wants you to go in here, and then you'll notice I have to put each individual bottle like that, which I don't like. And then we got 2 more to go. We're gonna take that back. Then we're gonna go here because we don't need that anymore. Get rid of that. We're gonna go in here and we are going to craft us. Uh-oh, we don't have enough, so grab some more cloth. And as you can see, you're constantly going to be needing to farm for materials. And what makes this difficult is when you are having to worry about your invasions every night. So, go here, bed. Now you can do a custom game where you can tell it how many nights total you want to wait before a horde night. You can literally make this like a very similar game that is out there called 7 Days to Die, where you can make it to where it's every 7 days, and then there's a horde event that happens. There we go. Alright, now we're going to spend the last little bit of our time because it's getting real close. That skull is almost completely full over there. We are going to spend what time we can repairing and upgrading our defenses. Whoa, what the? Now, the downside is I can't upgrade these walls because they're not my walls. I didn't place them, the game did, so it won't let me do it. Now for the first night though, that won't be a problem. Close the gate. There we go. Then we're gonna go here, and we are going to say move. This. I want it to be kind of catty-cornered, so I can wedge that right up into there. And then we're actually going to say upgrade, and we're going to upgrade this guy to the next one. And then we're going to say move. And I want it to be, we don't want any major gaps, right? Actually, let's do this. Retrieve. That one up. That one up. Okay. Let me retrieve this. No, because I've done on that one. Okay, so we've got those in our inventory. We're gonna put that down, and that down. So I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna put this one pointed that way. And then this guy's gonna actually go right here in the middle. But before we do that, I want to build some of these little tri-spikes out here too. So go. Most of them come from this direction, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will put one right back here to be safe. And then we're going to put this right there. Okay. Got a few more minutes before the horde shows up. And we've got everything ready that we can possibly do. gave us another one of those for completing a quest. Hold on to the water because we need way more berries for this. Here, I'm just gonna hit Z real quick, dump everything we can over into this chest. At a certain point, we will make more chests, just so that we can distinguish what chests have what. There we go. Alright. Should be in another in-game time. Should be relatively quickly. Here, I think I can actually speed this up. Can I sleep until the Horde Night? Nope. Which means it'll be happening at 1900 hours. Alright, so let's see if we've gotten any more stat points. We did. Let's put one more into health. That gives us up to 124. We're going to put one more into attack. Let's go to skills. Did we get any skill points? We did. So now we can get Relaxed Survivor, so our hunger and thirst actually lowers slower. Once we get down to safety check, we're also going to start putting points into haste and enhanced stamina, and then we're going to go over here and get stamina recovery, which is a really good one. We'll probably end up getting quick draw as well because that increases our attack speed by 7%, which is really good. We're going to get points into defense. We're going to get points into melee. We'll get points into attack because this increases our overall damage. The only thing we're not going to really be putting points into is going to be ranged because we're not going to really focus on range. So we do have the 2 points, so we're going to go ahead and put it into Relaxed Survivor. The next 3 points are going to go into safety check and into increasing our HP again. If you really want more bag slots, we could put 2 points into here, but I'm not worried about that right this second because we don't really have to worry about inventory right this second. See our traps. We only have to pay attention if they get past us. And so we're level 5. These guys are actually level 3 around. I didn't know we had anything back there. Now what ends up happening is we keep going. After the timer, we'll hit pause. And if we had that skill that I wanted, the trap your damage out there. Well, I'm thinking about it. Hold on. Settings, audio. We're going to turn the music down. We're going to turn the effects down. UI can go down. And then overall game volume can go down a little bit. Apply. Because I don't know how loud that's going to be. Testing it at those volumes. Now, one thing that I will point out with these Horde Nights is you always want to have a path for them to get to you. And the reason I say that is because if they don't have a way to get to you, they will start destroying your walls. But since we know the majority of these guys spawn out here, we could build a small little hallway for them to try and funnel into to try and get to us. And just have traps in that hallway to take them out. my question is there a limit? Like, for example, if I start running out there, will they spawn on top of me? Or do they only spawn at a certain render distance from us? See how, like, none are spawning behind me inside this base? Right? And even if I get way over here, and they have a path of least resistance to get to me, these guys that are spawning over here, they're not trying to take out the fence to get to me. So... I can't get... Oh, there we go. I got close enough to grab some of the XP. We got 2 more minutes, a little over 2 minutes, and then this video will be done. Again, I apologize for this one being a long video. Oh, here they come. Seconds, and this night will be over. We're already at 700. We haven't even had to poke it. The beauty is once this Fortnite is over, even though we'll be ending the video, all these traps out here would end up killing me if I ran out there too. But I can easily, just to show this, boom. Got health and water got. Look at that. Water got full after drinking that. There's the end of the night. So day 1 is now officially over. And we're into day 2. At the end of this, you get your choice. We can get more fairy XP, we can get an exchange item, or we can get Cthulhu stones. Okay? I will probably, since we won't get a merchant for at least another day, possibly, because we still need to do some stuff. I'm probably going to go with these stones, because these stones can be really, really important if we need to cancel the night or start building stuff, right? That gave us an additional 223 Cthulhu stones, and it doesn't look like we got anything else out of that. But that right there is your Horde Knight. And eventually we will take down this wall, we'll build our own wall. We'll build out our base to where it's more than just a 4x4, you know, things like, or sorry, a 2x2, not a 4x4. This is a 2x2. So yeah, we'll eventually get it to where it's doing really good stuff. So outside of that, that is going to be day 1, guys. I appreciate everything. And I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna keep doing this until we get to either 100 nights or we die. One of the two. So let's see what happens next. I'll catch you in the next one, heroes. Peace out.